Hi there, Leo. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for February. This month begins with Venus and Pluto combining in the most practical part of your horoscope. This asks you to be that much more cooperating and self-sacrificing, or does it? Because when these two get together, you can almost bend yourself in half trying to please other people and fitting in with their expectations. But because these two are going to be clashing with Uranus, your own needs can be pushed to one side, and that could make you feel really resentful. So if you are going to help someone, you need to do it with a real open spirit. It needs to be because you want to help them, not because you feel compelled. Or if someone puts some kind of guilt trip on you, that's also something you need to watch very carefully. Venus does go on to make superb links with Jupiter and Mars in the early parts of this month. In fact, Mars and Jupiter themselves are in a great alliance the first 2 weeks, and this can give you a lot of enthusiasm, especially around marshalling your finances in a more careful way. And it could be linked to a property improvement scheme. Here, as long as you really do your research, any changes you make could have significant impact on your ongoing situation, and you could do something very shrewd or have a real slice of luck, but you may need to be really decisive to make this work for you. However, on the first day of this month there is a quarter moon, and this quarter moon is in the sign of Scorpio, and it suggests that somebody around you could be a bit moody or hard to understand. Then again, the new moon, which occurs on the 8th, is also echoing the same parts of your horoscope due to it clashing with the rather forceful energies of Mars. If someone's not tuning into what you want or your needs, if you get over impatient with them in the 2 weeks following that point, it's not going to be helpful. Try to slow things down and try to listen and try to just understand that maybe they're just coming from a very different place to you. When it comes to diplomacy, the arrival of Mercury in your sector of relating on the 13th is really going to help. This is going to help you to see things in a more balanced way, and if people have been saying things in the last few weeks before this point that have felt a little bit brittle, I think that's going to be less so now. Again, you can stand back and see why they may have this viewpoint. But it's the arrival of Venus on the 16th which is truly exciting. As it moves into Aquarius, this is probably one of the best phases of the year for relationships for you. These two are going to be joining together, and Mercury and Venus, and helping you to be that much more diplomatic and to bring greater harmony into your world. Some lucky lions may even have someone heading in their direction from a more romantic viewpoint in the weeks to come. But even in existing relationships, it is about really not taking things so personally if people want different things to you. Now the Sun is going to be moving out of your sector of relating on the 19th and moves into Pisces. This is a much deeper, more compulsive part of your horoscope, especially around spending money on big ticket items. Try to control that because the Sun's going to go on to join together with Neptune. And if you are seeking some advice on anything to do with property or investments, it's possible that some of what you hear could be a bit hazy, vague, or even downright mysterious. Don't get caught up in somebody else's dream, and don't get caught up in your own. It's important to stay grounded. There is also a full moon on the 23rd, and again, when it comes to resources, be very cautious. However, I say this, but Jupiter, the planet of fortune, which is in your sector of everyday finance, although this is twisting backwards in a retrograde, it's making a fine link to Pluto itself as this month comes to a close. And something could be transformed, but it's much more likely to be transformed through perspiration, hard work and application, rather than a random stroke of fortune. So with that rather murky influence from Neptune, as long as you're very clear about what you're trying to do, there could be something that comes to pass that you've been working on for a very long time, which will really delight you as this month comes to a close. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.